All right. So in the last class, we were discussing about paste special, copy, cut, copy, and paste special. Correct? Do you remember? Forgot. It's
Yes,
been two
yes.
days. Yeah. All right. So I think you have done this, right? Did you experiment on this? I've given you the other day how to add, how to divide, how to multiply,
Yes, yes.
right? So it is very simple. Okay. So today we'll see what is all sourcing use theme, all except border, popular, and number format. Correct. So when assume that I take my data like this. Okay, I take this particular data. I just copy this. I just copy this here. Right. The other day we have already seen this also thing all using source theme. Okay. Let me just shorten the column bit. Right now I have my same data here without any formats. Assume I have my data, yeah, here with just values here. Okay, with just values here. Now, if I wanted to copy the same theme here or the same format here, right, you can do it in two ways, right? You can just copy this, come here, right? Paste special, click on paste special and click on format. Okay, it gives you the same impact. Okay, or click on space special, all using source theme, right? The same theme, the same format is also maintained for this. Okay, the same format is also maintained for this. But what is the source theme actually? Where do you get to see this here? The format, you already have formats here, right? You already have formats here. Then what is this all using source theme, right? In the insert, okay, sorry. In the you get to see that in the did I hide any window here? Tab here? No. Yeah. Within the page layout, do you get to see this here? Themes. You have another, within the page layout tab, you get to see the themes group. Under themes group, you have this themes drop down. Okay, themes drop down. Now, assume that I selected my normal data, right? And I can apply the theme to this particular data, right? Now, if I apply just, sorry, onto the data, to the sheet, right? If I try to apply the entire theme for the sheet, now I just wanted to apply organic, okay, organic. Do you see that? The theme has changed for the entire sheet. Okay, the theme has changed for entire sheet, and you wanted to just apply this particular theme to that particular data, right? Or particular data or anything, right? You can use the same format. Now let me do undo. Now this is the theme. Okay, I just copy this here. I just copy this here. Come back here, right? Paste special, or you can go with the formats, or you can go with the paste special, right? All using source theme. All using source theme, right? Usually we don't use this theme. If you would like to use any of the themes here, right, currently available, you can use it. Okay, you have this theme. So if any theme is applied and you wanted to use it for the same thing, right, you can do that. Okay, you can do that. It is very less used. We use it very less. Basically we customize it. We customize only a few portions of the text, within the sheet, like this. If you're preparing any template, any notes like this, and you wanted to put some, you wanted to have a unique theme for all the templates or all the sheets, you can go with all using source theme. Okay, or you can just apply themes to your current sheet. You can apply themes to your current sheet, and if you want more themes, you can also browse, and you can just get the themes inside your sheet, a particular sheet, or you can also customize the sheet. Okay, you can also customize. Okay, so these are the themes actually. If you see that, as I change the colors, it would change the colors here. It would change the colors here. So if you like any of the themes, you can go with the themes. Okay, got it? Right? And the font also, right? The fonts also. If you just wanted to select any this thing, if you apply any font and all, right, you would change that particular thing and affect. This is very less used. This is very less used. You can just try out, if you wanted anything from this. Okay. Now, from the data, I just copy the data. Does this data have borders? Does this data have borders? Yes or no?
Yes.
What are the borders? Yeah, right. This data has borders, right? Now, I just wanted to copy data, right? I just wanted to copy data, but except borders, all except borders. What is that? All except borders. Now, I just copied the data. Let me just click on all except borders and let me just click on OK. Okay, it copies the entire thing, the format, the number format, the entire thing, but only it just removes the border. It just removes the border. Got it? It just removes the border. So whenever you are preparing a dashboard, whenever you have a template, or whenever there is already a border set to this particular data, okay, assume there is already a border set to this. Now I apply a different type of border. Okay, don't worry about this style. All right, and just let me apply a border here. Let me apply. There is already a border here. I just don't want it to, I just don't want it to disturb the existing border. But when I'm copying from a certain data, from a certain data point or some particular cells which already contain borders, where I just only want the values. Okay, I just only want the values, or I want only the format except the borders. I want everything from that particular data, but except borders. All you have to do is, all except borders. Click on paste special, all except borders, and click on OK. Do you see that? It maintains the source borders here. Okay, it maintains the source border here, and only the data is copied here. The data is copied here. Do you see that? The existing border for that particular cells are not disturbed, but the data is only copied here. Data is only copied here. Now, formulas and number format. It only copies formulas and number format. Assume I am just actually, right? Actually summing this particular values, and assume I have the same data here. Okay, I have the same data here. Yeah, let me just copy this particular data here. This is white. Let me just merge this. Let me also merge this. Oh, this is, why did I merge this? In that. All right, so I have a data here, right? I have a data here, but I just wanted to copy, right? Formulas and number formats. Formulas and number formats. There is a formula here, right? Which is actually summing the salary per annum quarterly pay, right? Assume the numbers have changed here. Okay, assume the numbers have changed here. Let me just generate some random numbers. Okay, let me just generate some random numbers here, where I just wanted to take formulas, where the formula would be copied from here to here, and the number format. There is a number format set, right? Accounting number format is set for this, right? Accounting number format. Do you see that? Within the number format, you get to see the accounting number format. And for quarterly pay, there is no just number format. It is just the number. You can also format this. If you wish to format this, you can also format this. Okay? But let's see. Let's try to copy what it actually copies. I'm just copying the entire data here. Come back here, right click, paste special, and formulas and number formats. Formulas and number formats. Let me just click on this. Let me just click on this. Do you see that? It does not copy. It does not copy the formats. It just copies the formulas and number format. Format is different. Number format is different. Correct? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Format is different and number format is different. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to learn this. Okay, this is the format section. Okay, this is the format section. This is the number format section. Okay, format and number format are different. Got it, guys? Are you there? I understand this is weekend. You won't be
Yes,
excited, but yeah, please. All right, yeah. Fine. So the formula also automatically copied here. Did I copy any of the formula here? Right? Did I actually work out any on the formula? No. Right? From this particular data, it actually copied the formula, right? And it automatically summed the numbers. Okay, it automatically summed the numbers. Oh, when I copied this, come back here, paste special, formulas and number formats. Why is the data getting copied here? It should have copied only the formulas. Why is the data getting copied here? Usually values and number formats, it actually gets copied, but with the formulas, it should only copy the formulas, but not values. This is interesting. So guys, did you observe earlier? right? It is also copying the values here. It is also copying the values here. Okay, yeah, I'll debug that. It shouldn't have happened that. Okay, if I just copy the formula here. It should not affect the numbers as values as well, right? Okay. All right, I'll debug that. The color is too right. All right. ठीक है, चलो. I just copied this space special formulas and number formats. Why the values are changing? Interesting. All right. Let me look into that. All right. So what is next? What is column width? So have you ever, all right, let me just copy the same data here, or let me just copy some data which makes sense. All right. Now let me just copy this here. Okay, let me just copy this here. Now let me just adjust the column width here, right? Now when I, from within this particular sheet, right, if I just copy this particular data and I'm pasting it in sheet 2, I'm pasting it in sheet 2. Now what is the change do you see from the sheet 1 and sheet 2, right? What is the change did you observe? And regarding the column width, do you see the employee name? The full employee name, is it displayed here? Can you read the full employee name here?
Yes.
Yes, correct. But if I just copied the same data and pasted in the sheet 2, now can you read the employee name here?
No.
Now what is happening here?
Yes.
The width is decreasing.
Correct. It is actually taking the default column width. Okay, it is actually taking the default column width. I need to increase the column width just to actually, just to make the data visible for us to read it. Correct? Data, visible for us to read it. So what is happening? So whenever we are copying, right? Whenever you are copying, let me just create a new sheet here. Whenever I go to sheet 1, Control A, Control C. If I come back to sheet 3 and paste it here, so it is not showing me. It is just taking the default width. What is the default column width? It is 8.1, right? 8.1 inches, right? So now I just wanted to. So whenever you copy some data from a particular sheet, you also want to copy the column width. Now I just wanted to copy the column width. Now this is a column width. Now for the A column, the column width is 16.1, correct? It is almost double, right? Double the default column width. Okay, default column width. This is the default column width. Now if I wanted to copy, right, if I wanted to display the same way here, right, instead of, you can select this small button. Do you see that? This small button here, this small button here, this one, this is called select all button. This is called select all button. What we do usually, we just click on this and, come into the any column, right? Any column in between A, B, right? Do you see this plus symbol, right? Do you see the arrow symbol, two-side arrow symbol and a vertical line? And a vertical line, it separates. Do you see the symbol? You usually, what do? You just double click it, right? You double click it and it auto adjusts the column width, right? It auto adjusts the column width. But you have a custom column width here. Okay, you have a custom column width. Now I set a custom column width here as 10 here, right? I set a custom column width as 10 here for a better visually, visibility and readability, right? For better readability. Now, how do I set this? This has a different column width. This has a different column width. Assume you have 100 columns and it has its own, right, column width. You have set some, for few columns, you have set your custom column width, right? So if you wanted to paste the same column width to the columns with the same data, okay, same data, what do you have to do? Just copy the entire column here. Just copy the entire column. Just select the entire columns here. Click on copy. Come back to the sheet 3. Select the entire column. Okay. Click on paste special. Do you see that? Paste only column width. Okay. Column width. As I click on that, right, it automatically pastes only the column width. It will not paste the data. It will not do anything. It will just paste the column width here. It will set the column width automatically. Now, if I just go back to the column width and see, it is 10, for all the columns here from Jan to June. Okay. This is this will be very, very helpful, whenever you are creating a templates, right? Whenever you are creating monthly templates, right? Monthly templates. And what do? Assume this is your template. This is Jan month template, right? And this is February month template. And this is March month template, and if you are creating a April month template, right, usually what people do, they just control C and control V here. Right now the column which are done, now the column which are set to default. So if you wanted to maintain the same column width here from March to April again, from March template to April template, assume that this is April template. So how do you do that? To set this same column width, just copy the columns here. Okay, come back here, right? Paste special column width. Okay, column width. That's it. It is same. Of course, you can duplicate your template, right? You can duplicate your sheet just by holding control and just dragging onto the right. You can duplicate and you can just rename it. But instead, it will help you a lot whenever you know how to paste the column width also in most of the time. Okay, in most of the times. Okay, that is all column widths for you. Okay, all column widths for you. Now,
But double clicking it also will solve the purpose, right?
sorry, double
click, like selecting the whole sheet and double
correct.
clicking will also solve the same purpose.
That will give you the automatic column width. Now assume this is my January. Okay, this is in three letter abbreviation, right? 3-letter abbreviation. Now this is January, right? Now if I just select all, click on select all button and double click it, right? This month column width is different and all the rest of the month's column width is different. Now I wanted to set the same column width, whatever column width I have for the January, I wanted to set it for all the rest of the month. I don't wanted to change it to the full month name, but I just wanted to only change the column width. Now see the column width of this. Okay, this is 6.9. What do? Just select the rest other columns, go to the column width and you set it for 6.9 like this. Now, if you see that there is a uniformity in the column width for the month columns. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. So to achieve this, right, in the next sheet, or if you wanted the same column width, or assume you wanted to maintain the same column width here, but the same column width you wanted to apply it here. All you have to do is just copy this, come back here, paste special. You don't have to type also, right? Click on column width like that.
Okay.
Okay, if you want a uniform column width, you wanted to set it for multiple columns. Okay, not only paste it, you can also copy here and also paste it to the other columns as well. Okay, I want the same column width for all the columns, right? Whatever column width is for employee name, I want it for all the columns, right? Uniform column width. Just copy this here, come back here, paste special column width like that. Okay, you can do that. Now, how it will be helpful is, when you have your column, assume that this is your month column, and assume that total description of items, right? Total description, some column width. Okay, some column width. Now you have a text which is actually hidden here, right? Hidden here, but you wanted to maintain the same column, and within the same column you wanted to display this column name. Right? What do? Usually we go with the wrap text, right? We usually go with the wrap text. And now see, your text, which your column name, which has a lengthier text, is also fit in the same column width, right? Does your data look good like this? Does your data look like this? Or does your data look good like this? If I set the same column width here and column width, right? And if I just put it wrap text, does your data look like this or the earlier format? Right? It maintains the same column width, right? It is very readable and it is very, it looks also very professional. Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct. So this is how you format your data. Actually, yeah, set the column width for your data. Set the column width for your data. Okay. Now values and number format. It just copies the values and number format only. Assume I have the same border here again, right? I just have the same border here, or I just have same border here. It just copies the values and number format. What is that? Just copy it, come back here, paste special, values and number formats. Okay, it just copies the values and number format. It does not disturb borders and anything. It just copies the values and the number format set to that particular cell. Number format set to that particular cell. Got it? Like that. This is values and number formats. For formulas and this thing, I'll see that, why it is not actually returning that. Usually it does not. Should not return the values. This is actually formulas and number formats. It's actually doing the same operation as values and number formats. Interesting. All right. So we have all merging conditional formattings. All merging conditional formatting. So when we discuss conditional formatting, okay, when we discuss conditional formatting, we'll see that. So have you used any of them? Have you used conditional formatting by any chance? Right? Anyone? This option? No? No?
Yes, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. I just want top 10 items, okay, to be highlighted with right grid. And I also want bottom 10 items with yellow fill, okay, with yellow fill. Now I have the same data. Let me just copy the same data. Now tell me, okay, let me just change it to Jan. Let me also decrease the column with here. Okay, yeah. There is a conditional formatting applied. We have applied the conditional formatting. What is the conditional formatting we applied? Top 10 items, just highlight with this particular color. Highlight with this particular color. Now I have the same data set. Assume I have the same data set here in the May month. Okay. Now for this same data set, I'll apply the bottom 10 items. Okay, bottom 10 items, but I'll just apply it with green color. Okay, green color. Now I have another data set, just next to this, again, the same data set. What I wanted to do here is I wanted to merge both the, right? I will apply the same conditional formatting here. Just copy this here, come back here, paste special, right? Paste special, all merging. Let's see that. Okay, all merging. This is done. I have applied all merging conditional formatting. This conditional formatting, which we applied from the data set 1, is actually applied here. Now I wanted to merge this conditional formatting to this actually. I wanted to apply the same conditional formatting. I don't know what is the conditional formatting inside this, but I wanted to merge this. All you have to do is just copy this, come back here, paste special. Let me just click on all merging conditional formatting. Within the same data, you have two formats set. Okay, what top 10 items and the bottom 10 items. Okay, bottom 10 items. You don't have to again go back and apply any of the formatting to this particular data. What you're doing, you are just copying the conditional formatting from data set 1, data set 2, and you are copying both the data set 1 and 2 conditional formatting to data set 3. Okay, got it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, data set 1. This is the same data, but data set 2. Okay, we are merging it to the data set 3. Okay, data set 3. We are not applying the conditional formatting, instead using copy and paste special. Okay, instead using copy and paste special. Okay, paste special, all merging conditional. Okay, conditional format. We are actually doing this. Okay, all merging conditional formats. Okay, all merging conditional format. We are achieving this. Got it? And when I go back to and selected the data, you will have two rules here. Okay, top 10 and bottom 10. Okay, don't worry about this. We'll come back here. We'll come back to the conditional formatting and we'll learn about it. Okay, don't worry about this particular thing. Fine. Now, okay, this is interesting. Assume, okay, assume this is my data. Okay, this is my data. This is my Jan month sales. Okay, monthly sales. Of the employees, or assume that you are selling a product and these are the sales, monthly sales of your product. Now assume this is your data, right? This is your existing data, but the data entry guy have done a mistake. Instead of 350, he have instead of 380, he has typed 350. Right? Instead of 650, instead of 680, he typed 650. Instead of 1800, he typed 1500. Now I want to replace this data. I wanted to replace this 352 with 380. How would you do that? How would you do that? Yes, how would you do that, guys?
Overwrite it or replace it. Find and replace. Overwrite it.
Overwrite it. So how do you overwrite it? Just come to this particular cell and type 380.
Yes.
Or you just cut here and paste it here.
Yes.
Okay. Now assume you, how many records are this? 12 records, correct? Now assume you have 10,000 records. In 10,000 records, there is an updation of 1,000 records. So how would you do that? How would you do that?
Maybe find and replace.
Find and replace. How do you do that with find and replace? What are you trying to find here?
The 350 value and then replace it with 380.
Okay, 350 value in the 1,000 records, there is only one 350 value.
Okay, unique.
How do you do that? Now assume I give it this scenario. It just popped up in my mind. House number, right? House number 1-1. All right. Okay, this is my house number. Okay, let me generate random 1 to 500. These are current units. Okay, current units. Now, if, don't worry about this, if my current unit is less than 250, okay, 250, I want it to display just 500, pay 500, or just multiply this with 1.5 rupees. Okay, you get to see this here. Right now, this is my current bill. This is my current bill. Okay, current bill. Now, for all the house members, house numbers which are having 200 current bill, okay, I do not have any change, but for the rest people, okay, for rest people, I need to add 10 rupees. Okay, I need to add 100 rupees extra. There is a surcharge of 100 rupees extra. Now I just don't want it to disturb this 200. Okay, I know I can select the blank second and fill it, but I don't want it to disturb this 200. Instead, I wanted to replace this current bill, which is 382.5 with this new number, Okay, new bill. How do I do that? I don't want it to disturb this 200. Okay, but instead, I just wanted to disturb this. How do I do that? I just wanted to replace this 382.5 to this. How?
Fill if column D is blank with column
Okay.
C value.
Okay. Right. So in the same scenario here, what you can do is, there's a beautiful option. Copy it. Copy the entire data. Don't worry about it. Okay. Copy the new columnar data. Copy this. Come back here. Okay. Right click on it. Paste special. Now tell me which option should I go here? Which option should I go here? Do you see something called skip blanks? You only paste the data, okay, which is not blanks to the selected source data. Okay, in the selected source data, right? Paste all, okay, paste all, and let me just only paste values. Okay, let me just only paste values. Skip the blanks. You just skip the blanks. There is nothing data here, right? You just skip the blanks and only copy the data itself which contains the value to the source destination, and just click on OK. Do you see that this 350, right? This 350 is changed to 380 here, 650 changed to 680, 1500 changed to 1800. Interesting. Likewise, if I go back here and select my entire data here, okay, copy this here, come back here, right click here, paste special here, right? And come back. I just wanted to paste values, just skip the blank. That's it. Done. Boom. Interesting.
Yes.
right? You don't have to work hard. You don't have to work hard, right? Like this, you can copy the data here. Skip blanks actually gives you that. Okay. And I think we have not covered the validation, right? Validation part. Okay. Now assume I have a list here. Yeah, this is data validation. Have you heard of data validation earlier? Have you heard of data validation earlier? Anyone? Anyone from the class? No?
No.
Okay. So by default, right, will Excel stop me if I enter any value in this particular cell? Will Excel stop me in entering any data in this particular cell? Will it stop me or not?
No.
By
No.
default, I can enter any data in any cell, currently in this particular workbook, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct. Now I want a restriction. Okay. How many of you know SQL here? At least have idea on SQL? No one? Okay. Forget about SQL. Now, can you actually walk into any other office, right? Any other office with your existing ID card, right? You assume you're working for a company A. Can you log in with, can you actually show company A, ID card and walk into company B?
No.
No, right? So what is the problem? There's a security issue. There is a validation issue, correct? You cannot be validated there, right? There is a validation issue. Likewise, in the 17 billion cells, okay, within the 17 billion cells, right, within the 17 billion cells, within the Excel, right, it accepts any values. It accepts any values. But, okay, but if you want to restrict, okay, if you wanted to restrict only to have some particular data, some range of data, only I want numbers which can be entered from 1 to 1000. Assume I wanted to enter dates, only 2022 dates, only year dates falling in year 2022. Okay, likewise you can set the validation, set a validation. That is nothing but data validation. By default your cell accepts anything, but if you wanted to set a security or want to set a validation to your particular cell, okay, particular cell, you can set that, set a validation. That is called data validation. And where do you see that? Okay, where do you see that? Let's see that. Okay, within the data tab, right? Within the data type, where do you see that? Okay, why am actually? Where do you see that? Alt DL, Alt DL, Alt DL is the shortcut to create. Okay, shortcut to create list here. You get to see this data validation, and within the data tab, okay, within the data tab under data tools, you get to see this here, data validation. What is that? Pick from a list of rules to limit the type of data that can be entered in a cell. Okay, pick from a list of rules to enter. For example, if you can provide a list of values like 1 to 3, or only allow numbers greater than 1000 as valid entries. Now assume within a particular cell, I just wanted to allow dates from 01/2022, okay, 2022 to right 31/12/2022. And for which cells I have to do this? For which cells I have to do this? Assume that I wanted to restrict, cells which are grayed out. Now this particular cells. What do I do that? Now let's do it for one cell. Okay, go to the data. Okay, go to the data type. Click on this data validation. Do you see that it allows any value? By default, Excel, the data validation rule, right, for the cell, current cell, it allows any value. But I wanted to restrict a particular date which is falling between, okay, between start date. What is the start date? 01/01/2022 and the end date 31/12/2022. That's it. Boom. Right. Let me just click on it. Okay. Now if I enter 01/01/2021 here, instead of 2022, I enter 2021. It says this value does not match the data validation restriction defined for this particular cell. Okay. You can enter it here. You can happily enter here because it is default, set any value here. But here it will not allow you. Okay. This particular cell will not allow you. If I enter 2021, it will not allow you. Right. What I have to do, I need to change it to right 01/01/2022. Any date which is falling from this range. Okay, this range. If I enter 01/08/2022, it will accept. So this is data validation. This is data validation. Now I wanted to copy this particular data validation to this particular cells. How do I do that? Now this cell accepts 0101 2021, it accepts, but I wanted to copy this data validation to this cell. All you have to do is just copy this, come back here, paste special, and within the paste special, do you see that this is validation? Now we are setting the validation. We are just copying the validation to this particular cell. Instead, we are not copying the value here within that particular cell, but we are only copying the validation to this. Right? Just click on OK. Done. Boom. Now, if I try to enter 0101 2021 here, it will restrict me. Got it? Got it? How to copy only the validation, from that particular cell to the other cells? Interesting.
Yes.
Right? This is a bigger topic. This is a whole lot of topic. Not a bigger topic, I say, but it is very important topic. Usually we use, whenever we develop, create templates. Okay, we create templates. This data validation concept is very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. Whenever we develop dashboard, okay, we use this list. We use this particular list. Okay, we can use this particular list, right? And you can create a static dependent drop-down list. You can also create a dynamic dependent drop-down list. Okay, we'll see that. Whenever we discuss the data validation topic. Okay, we have a separate topic for data validation. Okay, whenever we discuss this, we'll see this. Don't worry about it. All right. So this is validation. Okay, and whatever we missed, what all we missed. Okay, what is transpose? Okay, let's come back to that. Now, what is transpose? So, what is tall table and white table format? Now, okay, now this data. Assume this data. How is this data displayed actually? How is this data displayed? It's a columnar wise. Where are your headers? Where are your headers? They are in the individual columns. Yes or no? They are in the individual columns. Usually when your headers are in individual columns, spread across the columns, individual columns, this type of data set. Okay, this type of tabular data set is called tall table format. Okay, tall table format. Okay, remember this. I will ask you again whenever we discuss pivot tables, whenever we discuss table concept. Okay, I'll again come back to this particular concept. Okay, remember this as it is called tall table format. And what is tall table format? Now assume your headers are spread across columns. Now I don't want my headers to spread across columns. Now I want it to be displayed like this. Employee name here, designation here, okay, designation and basic salary. Okay, I want the record wise data, okay, to be transferred to columnar wise data. Now it is Saharsh, tester, and 50,000 is a salary. Now I want my data to read like this. How do I transpose my data to this particular, okay, transpose from tall table format to white table format? Okay, this is called white table format. This is called white table format. This is called white table format. All you have to do is just copy this entire data, come to any cell, right click, paste special. Okay, do you see that there is a button called transpose? Okay, whenever I click on this and click on OK, it just transposes the entire thing here. Got it? Had you have to work out any harder at this point of thing whenever you're trying to transpose the data like this? Yes?
No.
Right? So this is tall table, white table format. To just transpose your data from tall table to white table format. Assume you have your columnar data like this. Assume you have your names like this. Manasa. Okay? You have your names like this. You have your names like this. Now I just wanted to convert into columnar data. This is in the row, one column, but I just wanted to change it to different columns. Okay. All I have to do is just copy this particular data, come back here, right? Click on paste special, transpose. That's it. It can be, right? It can be transferred to your individual columns. Got it? Right, assume you are working for a school and you have just put, unit test 1, right? Unit test 1, and you just generated a series here. You just generated a series here, unit test 12. Now you have in individual rows, but you wanted to convert into columns. Copy that. Okay, copy that. Click on paste special, transpose your data. Okay, you will have it in the columnar wise data like
So
this.
T is the shortcut for the transpose.
Shortcut to
Transpose, Control T.
Control T.
Yes, sir.
No, Control T is for converting to table, right, Baswaraj? Did you forget? No, are you asking me that transpose shortcut is Control T, or you want to know the shortcut for transpose?
I want to know.
You want to know shortcut for transpose?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is how you do it. Just right click on that. Now, what is the hotkey for transpose? What is the hotkey for transpose? What is the shortcut for paste special? Yes, guys, what is the shortcut for paste special? Forgot? Alt ES. So this is the problem. When I don't use shortcuts now, you don't remember. I use mostly quick access toolbar to let you know. Okay, this is the shortcut. Remember this shortcut, Alt ES. Okay, Alt ES, or you can also use Control Alt V. Control Alt V. Okay. Now, if I go back here, right? If I go back here, Control C. If I select Alt ES, okay, you get to see this page special. And what is the hotkey for transpose here? What is the hotkey for transpose here? E. That's it. Alt ES E. Now I select copy it here. Come back here. Alt ES E. What is that? E. Correct? Okay. I pressed W. Right. Alt ES. Let me just copy this here again. Alt ES E. That's it. And click enter. You get to copy that. Okay. Alt E S plus E. Got it, Basaraj?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Right. So this is how you transpose your data. Got it? And we also have few other buttons. Some might. Let me just click on copy here. Right? Have we covered the entire thing here? Any doubts in this particular page special window? Anyone?
No.
All
No.
good?
Yes.
Okay. So we have additional paste options also, apart from the space special window from the paste drop down. Okay. Let me just click on copy, right? You get to see, these are the shortcuts for that. This is simple paste. Okay. This is paste all. This is formulas. You wanted to only copy the formulas. You can do that. Formulas and number formatting. Okay. Formulas and number formatting. Keep source formatting. Okay. Keep source formatting. It is just, all using source theme. Okay, keep source formatting and without no borders. You just don't want borders to copy, only values and okay. And this icon, keep source column width. I have actually given you in very detail here. Right? If you go back, okay, there was a with code description which I have given very detail. No, I think okay. Okay. Also, icon here. Okay, let me see that page. One second, guys. Okay. There is a detailed description of the icon, whatever you have in this space special. I have put it in one sheet. Actually, I'm not able. I'll find that sheet and get it for you. But these are the default paste options. Okay. And this is space values. This is values and number formatting, whatever you have seen this in the page special. And this is value and source formatting. Okay, value and source format. We'll just copy the source formatting. Okay, and other paste options, you have something here as formatting. If you wanted to just copy the formatting, you can format. That is nothing but the format. That is nothing but the formats here. Okay, that is nothing but the format. This formats. Okay, this formats. And what is this? Paste link. Okay, what is this particular link? We'll see that. What is this paste link? And we have picture. Okay, what is picture? If you wanted to copy something and paste that picture, you can paste it here. Okay, and linked picture and linked picture. Let's try to see that. Okay, paste and linked picture. So within this, okay, okay, what is this paste picture? Okay, this is the data, right? This is the data. Now, if I just copy and paste it here, if I just simple copy and paste it here, if I update the role for Saharsh here from tester to CEO, will this data get updated here? It will not update, right? For sure, it will not update. Now I wanted to create a link. Usually, how do I create a link? By reference. Yes, by reference. Now I have my header here. If I just create a link, here, if I just create a reference here, okay, a reference here. Now, whenever I change any of my data from my source, okay, if I change it to CEO here, automatically this data gets updated here. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Right? So I wanted to create, now assume this is your data, right? I have written a reference formula here, okay, just a reference here. Now I don't want it to manually do it. I want some feature within my Excel to actually generate this link. How do I do that? Let me just copy the header here, okay, copy my data here, come back here, okay, right click on this, paste special. Do you see this? The last button here next to the OK and console within the same thing. Do you see something here? Paste link. Okay. Now, as I click on paste link, automatically it generates that link. Okay. It will just map to that particular link here, particular cell here. So whenever your source data is updated, okay, here, automatically this data would get, okay, updated here. This will also be used. This is also very useful in the dashboard concept. So whenever we develop dashboards, the space link is very useful. Okay, the space link option is very useful, right? Now, instead of pasting it as link, I wanted to paste it as picture. Okay, paste it as picture. How do we do that? Why this is helpful? Let's see. Now I just wanted to copy this, right? Come back here, right? And I wanted to paste it as picture. Do you see anywhere within the paste special window? Do you see anywhere a word called picture? Do you see the word called picture? No, right? I said you can paste that particular data as picture, but you don't see anything here in the paste special window as picture. But instead, not in the paste special window, this toggle button, okay, the paste toggle button, other paste options. You have other paste options as well. And what is that? It is picture, right? This particular window, this particular icon which has picture, it is actually, right, paste picture. Now, if I click on this, you get to see the picture here. It can be updated. Now, if I update this CEO to tester, right, the data linked to the source data is actually changing, but is the data getting actually updated here within the picture?
No.
No, right? Now I want my data, which is in the picture format, okay, to be updated. So how do I do that? Do I have any option here? Yes, you do have an option here. Okay, paste as a linked picture. Now I just copy my data here. Go to my page drop down here. The last option here, linked picture. As I paste it, okay, copy and I paste it as linked picture. Now the beauty of linked picture is if I change the tester to CEO, okay, or I update any data, the picture also get updated here. This is a picture, right? If I update, the Saharsh from Umarkand, automatically, right? Automatically the picture gets updated here. Interesting. This is linked picture. And this is also used in dashboard. This can also be used in the dashboards. Now your source data is sitting in some sheet and you wanted to show that particular data within the dashboard. On the dashboard, you can create a snapshot of that particular data and put it here on the dashboard. And whenever your data is updating in the backend, right? Your source data is updated in the backend, you get to see only the snapshot of it. So you are increasing the security of your particular dashboard, by not displaying the source data. Instead, you are only just creating a snapshot. You're only putting a snapshot on the dashboard. Just if the user want to edit the data, or if you wanted to, if he's very naughty, as me, and you wanted to just poke the data, some or the other, what is the formula inside this or something, he just wanted to drill down on the data, he just try to disturb the data, right? So he cannot do that because this is an image. He cannot go within the cell. This is not a cell actually. This is just an image, right? He might assume this is a particular set of cells which is displaying data, but this is only the image. Okay, it is just the image again, right? But the source data is sitting in somewhere. Okay, it is logged and it is sitting somewhere. Got it? Does it actually increase the security? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. So you can use that for dashboards. Whenever you're preparing dashboards, you can use this. Got it? Any doubts? Hi, Ashwin. All good. So this is about copy, cut, copy, and paste special. Cut, copy, and paste special. Any doubts so far? Do you need any recap of this? So what is all? It will copy the entire elements. Okay, it will copy the entire elements, or it will just copy the entire data within that particular cell. Let it be anything. Okay, it will just paste everything. Right? Paste values. It will just paste only values. Hello. Yeah. So it will just paste only formatting. Okay, and paste comments. It will just comment. It will only paste the comments here. It will only paste the comments here. Got it? And likewise, right? So if you wanted to paste only validation, right? You already seen that data validation, right? And all using source theme. If you just wanted to copy depending on the source theme, you can just copy that. All except border, column width, right? Operations. We have seen the operations as well, right? Skip blanks, transpose, paste link. Okay, linked picture, paste picture. Right, and within the copy here, okay, within the copy here, earlier we have just copied the linked picture here, right? You can also copy as picture. Now we have just copied this particular data and pasted it as picture, right? We just paste it as a picture, right? As a picture. Now you can just copy here instead of not going to the paste here. Within this copy, in the copy button, you have the toggle button, right? You have the drop down here. This is something called copy as picture here. Now, as I click on this, okay, as I click on this, you get to see this appearance. What is this? As shown on the screen or as shown when printed. Okay, don't worry about this. Let me just click on as shown when printed and let me click on OK, right? And it copied as picture. If I now paste it, it will actually paste as picture. Okay, it will paste as picture, right? And yeah, Ishwa? Yeah. Now I just copy a picture here again as shown on screen. Okay, you can select the format. Do you want a picture format or you want a bitmap format? Okay, now if you can also paste it like this, bitmap format like this. Okay, you can also paste it like this. You can directly copy and paste it as picture. All right, instead of going to the paste, you just copy it here, right? Copy as picture, right? You can select what is on screen, how it shows, and you can also format it picture and bitmap. Okay, and just paste it here. You get to see the window here. You get to see the data like this. And why this is helpful? Why do you actually convert this data into the picture format? By any means, right? If you want to share a report to your boss on WhatsApp, or you wanted to copy this particular data as a picture in Outlook or any external application, I wanted to copy it in the WinWord. Okay, if I directly copy in the Word document, if I just directly copy this particular data, copy and paste this particular data, you get to see that in the, right? You get to see that in the table format, but I want it in the picture format, right? Just copy this particular data, or this is already a picture. All you have to do is just cut this and paste it here. That's it. Yes or no? This is the picture format. Or you can also avail, as it is the same Microsoft application, I will just copy it here, come back here, and right click here. You can also paste it as picture here. You also have paste options here. You can also paste it as picture within the external application, within the Word application. Got it? You should know, whenever you wanted to convert your raw data into a picture format, you can just copy and paste it. It will actually turn out into the right picture format. Got it? Anyone? All good?
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So in the first class, I have shown you this. I wanted to sum this within the Word document. I wanted to sum the basic salary. Can I sum in the Word document? Can I use basic operations here? Can I sum this basic salary? Anyone? Can I do it? Do you know how to do it? I wanted to create a sum. I wanted to know the sum of this basic salary. Can you do it? Anyone? If I write the formula sum here of this, will it sum? Does anybody know how to sum this in the Word document? No? Shall I show you how to sum this in the Word document? Okay, so whenever you're pasting the table here, right? Whenever you're pasting the table here in this additional column, right? In this row, you wanted to sum this out. Okay, do you see that you have something called table design and you have something called layout? Okay, go to this layout tab. Within the formula, you have in the data, you have something called formula. Just click on this. You get to see this particular formula. Okay, this is a beautiful thing. Now just click on that. It will add the values here. This is the sum. Okay, and you can just merge this data and you can say grand total. Okay, right. This is the formula. Interesting. Have you ever known that you can do this?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
No.
but when you change the data, it will not update. Again, you have to just come here, click on formula and click on OK. It will update. Okay. Right. So that is a small introduction of formulas within the Word document. All right. No, my boss asked me once, I've just known this way long back, how to formulate this. You can also take an average, not only sum. If I wanted the average here, okay, click on this. Instead of sum here, you can paste function average here. Okay, just remove this average here. Yeah, this is the average. Okay. All right, so this is just a small introduction of this. Right, so this is paste special, copy paste special, transpose, paste and link picture. Okay, let's try to understand go to special. So what is go to special? Today we'll also learn what is go to special. How do you go to a particular location? Why this is important, go to special, why this concept is important. As you have within sheet, how many cells do you have? How many cells do you have within a particular sheet, within one single sheet? Don't give me the exact number, just tell me the outline of it. How many cells you have within one single sheet? This morning only I have actually mentioned that number.
17 billion.
Correct, 17 billion cells. What is 1 billion in numbers? What is 1 billion?
100 crores.
100 crores. Correct. So you have 1700 crores. Correct. You have 1700 crores cells within within one sheet. Now, if this is this big, okay, if the data you are handling within one sheet, the cells within one sheet is this big, assume you might have some 5 lakh rows of data. Assume, okay, don't go with 5 lakh rows. Okay, let only go with a small number, 50,000 rows of data, and it is spread across. Assume that it is spread across some 20 columns. Okay, spread across some 20 columns. Right, assume I wanted to find all the formulas within that particular data. I wanted to find only numbers within that particular data. I wanted to find only text within that particular data. I wanted to find only constants, that is text within that particular data. And I wanted to find out how many the cells containing data validations, the cells containing conditional formatting, right? In this entire data, I wanted to find something, I wanted to find formulas, which contains formulas. I wanted to find only numbers. In that particular set of data, I just wanted to find only numbers. I just wanted to find only constants, which are text. Okay, I wanted to find only cells which contain validation. I want to find out cells which are containing conditional format. Okay, conditional formatting, which has conditional formatting. Likewise, if I wanted to find this particular element from this set of data, how do I find it? Or assume I wanted to quickly go to a particular location, a particular cell called Sun 10,000. Okay, 1 lakh. Or assume Sun 1 lakh. Do we have a cell name called Sun? Sun 1 lakh? Sun 1000000? Or Sam? Sam 50,000? Yes. Do we have it or not? What is the last column name within my Excel? What is my last column name? Is guys?
X.
Sorry?
XFD.
XFD. Correct? XFD. So by any chance, does Sam and Sun will be my name of the column? This is my last column name. Are this column names or not? Sun, Sam, Some.
Yes.
Yes, no? These are
Yes.
column names. Correct? These are column names. Okay, don't worry. These are column names. Right? So if I want to go to this particular location, Sam 50,000 or Sun 1 lakh, how do I go to that particular location? How do I go to that particular location? Can you please guide me?
Write in the formula bar.
Type in the formula bar. It is already typed here. You want me to type it here now? It is already there, right, in the formula bar. Okay, let me just click on that. How do I go to that particular location? Anyone? Anyone? So the first way is, okay, let's see whether Sam 50,000 cell exists or not. Go to the name box. So what is this box, small box called name box? Okay. If I type Sam 50,000 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 50,000 here, and click on enter, Let's see that, and click on enter. Where are you? Are you in the Sam 50,000 cell or not? Do you see the column here? Right? Do you see the row here? Right? This is your Sam 50,000. Right? Now let me go back.
Okay.
Control home. Sorry? Yes, Preeti?
Nothing. I'm saying okay.
Okay. You also have Sai. If anybody is Sai Baba fan, God Sai. Okay, you can use that particular column. Sai. We also have a Sai column name. A column name with name Sai. Okay. Now I wanted to go to Sun 1 lakh. Okay. What is the second way of going there? What is the second way of going? I've already shown you the first way. Okay. What is the second way of going there? Okay. Now within the home tab, okay, home ribbon or home tab, okay, on the home ribbon, do you see something called, in any of the section, do you see something called find or select or editing group? Where is the editing group? Here, right? Right, within the editing group, do you see something called find or select? And within this find and select, there are a lot of options here. If you want to find something, if you wanted to go something, if you want to replace something, right? If you wanted to go to some particular place, go to special, if you wanted to only find formulas, only nodes, only conditional formatting, only constant, only data validation, right? This is the place where you get to find something or select something. Okay, now if I wanted to go to this particular place, you have something called go to here. Okay, as I click on this, what faster than scrolling, jumping? Okay, go to is nothing but what's faster than scrolling. So if I had to tell you to go to this particular place, what do? You actually scroll it like this, right? You scroll it until that particular cell. Yes or no? Yes, you have around 16,384 columns and almost 10,48,576 rows. Okay, how do you go to that particular place? It is very harder, right? So if you wanted to quickly go to that particular location, go to is the only option. Okay, or you can also type that in the name box. So if you just click on go to, you get to see this particular go to window. Okay, you get to see this particular go to window where you can type your reference here. Okay, you can type your reference here. That is nothing but, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just type it, that particular question. And as I click on OK, it will actually take you to that particular location. It will actually take you to that particular location. Sun 1 lakh, and that particular, okay, cell name is actually displayed in the name box. Okay, that is go to. Got it? Got it? Quickly, can you go it here? How much time did it take
Yeah.
to me to go to Sun 1 lakh? It is just a click of a button. All you need to know is you need to know that particular option to use it. Yes or no? You need to just use. You just need to know the option to use it. Okay? That is go to. Okay. Now, before going to this go to option and go to special option, let's try to understand the find and replace. Okay. Let's try to understand the find and replace. So how many are good with finding something? How many are good with finding something? How many of you think that, we are good with finding, some text? Okay, let me just open one file which is relevant to this find. All right, no problem. We'll create that. Okay, I wanted to find cells containing, okay, cells containing XLS magic. Okay, I want cells containing XLS magic. Okay, Manasa, let's explore your find and replace skills here. Okay, so what is the shortcut to display find dialog box? Famous shortcut.
Control F.
Control F.
Control F.
This is a shortcut used in many of the applications, correct? Many of the applications. If you go to Chrome, if you go to any browser, if you go to any application, right? Most of the applications would have Control F as shortcut to find something within that particular application, right? Or on a web page or any application, instead any application. Okay. Control F is to find. What is the replace? What is the shortcut? Right? What is the shortcut for replace, to display the replace window? Forgot? What is the first word in the home word?
Control H.
Control H. Okay, Control H. You get to see the replace window. Okay, you get to see the replace window. Control H. Replace. Now, I wanted to find the cells containing XLS magic. Cells containing XLS magic. Now, Control F. I just type XLS magic here. Okay, I just type XLS magic here and I click on find next. It actually finds all the cells, okay, all the cells which contain XLS magic row by row. Okay, it goes by row. You are searching by rows actually. Okay, you are searching by rows and within the sheet. You are only searching this within the sheet. Okay, let's explore all the options here. First, I am actually searching something within my sheet and I'm actually searching by rows. Okay, if you wanted to search by columns also, you can search. Now this is in, okay, this is in which column? H column. Now if I click on find next, it will go column by column. Had you known this earlier? Anyone? You can also search by rows and columns, right? You can search by rows, by columns. Okay, and look in the formulas. We'll come back to this section. Okay, we'll come back to this section. Now, if I wanted to select all the cells which contain XLS magic, how do I do that? How do I select all the cells which contain XLS magic? I want to select them. Any chance? Okay, let me just actually display all the cells which contain XLS magic. I wanted to display, I want to know in which, how many cells this XLS magic is displayed. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me just shorten the data here for your ease. I wanted to select all the cells which contain XLS magic cell. Okay, how do I do that? How do I do that? Let me just copy this here. Instead of find next, you're just finding in which cell you have. Can I click on find all? Okay, let me see, you know, what if I click on find all, what do you get? Oh, wow. You get to see this particular window. Okay, you get to see an additional window showing that in which book, in which workbook, in which sheet, in what is the name. If you have a custom name for that, you get to see the custom name for this. Okay, let's come back with it. And you get to see the cell name, cell reference here, in which cell you have this particular XLS magic. Okay, cell containing XLS. And the cells containing XLS magic, okay, you also have XLS magic in this particular text. Now I wanted to select all the cells which has XLS magic text. How do I do that? Anyone? I just wanted to highlight with some color. All you have to do is press Control A. After you get this, click on find all, come back, search here, just click on Control A. All the cells containing that particular text are selected, highlighted here. All you have to do is just change this particular color. Interesting? Interesting?
Yes.
You can actually select all the cells with that some particular text. Okay, some particular text. Right now, let me again go back here. Let me again go back here. Now I want only cells. So what is this match case? What is this match case? I want only cells. Now assume I have, let me just change it to smaller case, small case. And let me just change to XLS magic. Okay. And yeah. Now let me just find it. Now I want only cells which contain XLS magic, right? Now if I click on find all, if I'm not selecting this match case and match entire cell content, just click on find all section here. It will find all the cells instead of, what is this case? The other day we have discussed, right? What is this case? Lowercase, uppercase, proper case. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Yes, yes.
Correct. So if you want it, what is the what is the case which I'm trying to search here in the find section here?
Uppercase.
Uppercase, right? Now if I just click on this particular case, it will identify which case it is. And as I click on find all, do you see that the cells which is actually matching with this particular case, uppercase, only is selected, only is found here, only one cell. Okay, only one cell. I just select that here and let me just change that to another color here. Okay, that is match case for you. Okay, that is match case for you. And I click on Control F here, right? Match entire cell content. Assume, okay, assume I have XLS magic here as capital letter. Okay, Control F, match case, find all. Do you see that? You get to find this also. But I don't want it to find like this. I want only cells containing. I don't want this extra text. Okay, cells containing Excel magic. But I only wanted to find a cell, a complete cell, a cell which has only XLS magic text with the case. Now click on this and click on find all. Do you see that? Earlier, I get to see this particular text also, which contains cell containing XLS magic, but now only one cell here. One cell here. So this is match entire cell contents. Match entire cell contents. Got it? Got it? Now, what is this formulas? You get to see that in the formulas, you get to see that in the values, you get to see that in the notes or comments. Okay, let's try to understand that. Now I type upper XLS magic. Okay. And I type in the values. You already have the values, and in the notes. Okay, in the comment, I type XLS magic. And in the comment, in the note, I type XLS. Okay. Now, Control F. If I just find it within the formulas, okay, within the formulas, let's see what all it finds. XLS magic. Let me just remove this. Okay, match case. Let us go with the match case and click on find all. Oh, wow. I don't see any cell. Okay. Did I not? Okay. Yeah. Control F, match case, find all. So where are you actually seeing this? Excel is magic here. Within the formula, you have something within the formula. You get to see that here and this here. But there is a comment here. Within the comment also, you have Excel is magic. Within the comment note also, you have Excel is magic. Now, if you want to find this particular text within the, okay, only values. I don't want to display formulas here. I don't want it to display within the formulas. If that particular text is within the formulas, I just wanted to know only the values which are actually displaying on top of the cell, right? I just click on find all. Okay, I just click on find all. You get to see this here, right? You get to see this here on the top of the cell. You have it here, but it is actually within the formula. If you have it also on the top of the cell. Now assume I type, okay, if this is 0, display nothing else, display Excel is magic. Now it displays nothing. It displays nothing here. This formula, it displays nothing here. Now let me just find out here. Only values, only values. Now do you see that? On top of the cell, on top of the cell. If the cell is displaying Excel is magic, it displays. Okay, it displays, right? Now, within the formula, there is Excel is magic within the formula. If I just select the formulas here and click on find all, within the formula, you get to see that. But on the top of the cell, there is a value section. There is no Excel is magic. But as we are searching within the formula, you get to see that here. Now, if I type 1 here, if I type 0 here, it will display. Okay. Okay, if I type 1 here, it will display Excel is magic. Now, if I search this here, right, in the value section, because it is actually displaying the value here. Now, if I find it, it will actually display this here. Now, within the formulas, you can search within the notes also. Within the notes, if you have this particular text find all, right, there is a cell and it contains a note, and within that note, you get to see this Excel is magic. And within the comments, okay, comments, this is the cell. If I click on find all, you get to see this particular cell. Okay, click on find all. You get to see this cell. Okay, you can also find. Now, I want cells. I want all the cells to be highlighted, okay, which has this particular color. This particular color. Okay, you have Excel is magic. Assume I have some text here. I have Excel is magic text, but I wanted to select only cells, okay, which is of this particular criteria. I want all the cells to be selected with this particular criteria. What is the criteria? It has a color. It has a color filled in with some color and a text. Excel is magic. How do I do that? Can I search based on the color by any chance? Can I search based on the color? Anyone? Can I find the cells based on a color? Yes, no?
If colors are unique, then you can. But if the color is same, then it will identify.
Okay. Okay. So what is the section I said? This is a format section, correct? Font alignment numbers. This comes into format section. Yes or no? Correct?
Yes.
This is something called no format set. No format set. No format set. Click on F. Click on F. No format set. Now I just wanted to set the format. How do I set the format? How do I find it based on a format? Why this is not coming? Okay, match this. Do you see this? Do you see this? Something called format here, right? Something called format here. Just click on this. This is also a toggle button. Let me just click on this drop down. Choose format from cell. Click on this and click on the format from which cell you are. This is the preview. You can actually search on that. Now I wanted to search all the text which matches the case. This is the text and which has the color also. And let me just click on find all. Do you see that? Now if I click on Control A, it will only select the cells. Okay, it will only select the cells which has this particular text with the same color. With the same color. If I'm just clearing the format here and click on find all, it will select all the cells. Now if I select Control A, it will also select this particular, okay, find all. It will select all my cells, including this cells as well. Okay, including this cells as well. Now, if I just, 1 second. Right, you get to select everything, but only the cells which contain the color. You can also find it with color, right? Just select this here, and find all. It will just select all the cells. You can just change the color to some other color like this. Got it? You can also set the format here. If you just open the format box here, you can search, find something with the border, with the fill color, with the font. If you want only font, now I just change some color font to some Abadi. Okay, Abadi. Right now, I just click on find here, choose formats and cell, select here, find all. You get to select only 2 cells here, which is of that particular font here. Got it? Interesting. Interesting, guys.
Yes.
Right? So these are all the basics, but it will help you to actually manage the data very well. It can help you manage the data very well. Okay, these are the additional options. If you just click on the options, you don't get to see these additional options. If I just click on this is a basic find, but you wanted some advanced finds, you can just click on this options here. Okay, you can just click on options here, right? So it's 11:25. Let's take a 10 minutes break. You want 5 minutes or 10 minutes break? 5 minutes? Will that be enough?
Anything is fine.
Anything is fine. Okay, now it's 11:25. We'll get back at 11:35. Okay.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. Come fast.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right, guys, are you back? Hello, hello. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you
Yes.
want me to? Yeah. All good. Where the other guys dropped off. Somebody dropped off. All right. Right. So that is fine. So replace, it is the same thing, if you wanted to replace. Now I just wanted to replace this particular format, Abadi format, which is in Excel. Excel is magic. I just wanted to set another format. Okay, I just wanted to set another format where I wanted to set format as, let me just choose another font. Let me choose some Barlow thin. Okay, this is your preview. Okay, Baskerville old face. Right, I want it in bold and italic. I want it in 40. Okay, let me just click on that and replace it with I know Excel is magic. Right, I am replacing this particular text, which is in this particular format, to this particular text in this particular format. Okay, just click on replace all. Do you see that this two cells which are in this particular format have been replaced to I know Excel is magic in this particular format? Got it? This is how you replace, and you can explore this as well. Excuse me, guys. Let me just drink some water. All right. So replacing is also the same concept as finding. Okay, it is very self-explanatory. Just try this out. Okay, instead of find all, you can also replace all. Okay, you can replace all. That's it. Okay, once you find out something, right? Excuse me. If you wanted to clear the format, you can just clear the format here, right? And find all. After finding all, if you wanted to replace it with something, you can just replace it. Okay, you can just replace it. Got it? Any doubts in this find and replace, guys? All good?
Yes.
All good? Preeti? No talk, Preeti? Manasa? Ashwin?
Fine,
Guys,
sir,
are
fine,
you there?
fine.
Yeah.
Sir.
All right. All right. So this is how you find and replace. Now, what is go to, right? What is go to? We have already seen that, right? To go to a particular location, to go to a particular workbook. Okay. In the reference, do you remember this reference? Where did we actually use this? Okay. Where did we actually use this reference? Do you remember this reference?
Yes.
Right? In the sheet reference and workbook reference, we have learned this, correct? We have learned this. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Right. So, so this referencing, if you wanted to go to a particular workbook or go to a particular location or a particular sheet, you can actually go to here. Okay, go to here. Within the sheet, if you wanted to go to some cell, okay, some 10,000. I have a cell name called some 10,000. I wanted to go to there, right? You can actually go there. You can actually go there. So that is simple go to. Now, within the go to, okay, within the go to, do you see some box here? Special, right? Special. Now, as copy paste special, we also have go to special. Now, earlier we copied something, and we use some special techniques within the paste, to paste it, in different patterns, okay, in different elements. Likewise, if you wanted to go to some particular place, or within the data, if you wanted to move around within the data, or you wanted to go to a particular location within the particular data, right? There is something called go to special. There is something called go to special. Okay. Within the go to, you can also go to see the go to special window by clicking on go to and clicking on the special. Okay. Or you can also click on direct go to special here. You get to see this particular window here. And what is the shortcut to display a go to window? Control G is the shortcut. Okay. Control G is the shortcut. And after that, if you press Alt S, you get to see this go to special. Okay. You get to see this go to special. And what is this go to special actually? Okay. What is this go to special, right? We've already seen control here, find a value, find all of box, control S to find and replace a value. Control G, it is go to, okay. And Alt S is for special. Okay, and you have a lot of other shortcuts, okay, within this go to box. If you wanted to go to some place or select only current region, current array, row differences, we'll come to know that. We'll see that. Okay, we'll see all these options here. We'll see all these options here. All right. Now, within this particular data, okay, within this particular data, I have notes. I have notes here. Okay, I also have comments here. Okay, there is also okay, there is a note here, right? And I have comments here also. Now within my data, right? Within my data, I just wanted to select all these cells which has notes, How do I do that? I just wanted to select all the columns which has notes. Now here within my find dialog box, earlier within my find dialog box, I can find a particular text, okay, which is part of any notes or comments, okay, which is part of any notes or comments. But here I wanted to find cells which instead of any text, let it be any text within that particular, let it be any text within a particular cell. That cell might contain a note or might contain a comment. Okay, just a second, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. So here using find and right, find and replace, right? I had to type some text. Now let's see. There is nothing to find here. There's nothing to find here, but I'll find something. There is a blank text to find. But now here, what I'm trying to achieve is here, let the values, let the content in the cell, let it be anything. But I want the cells which actually has a comment or actually has a notes. So how do I find that and how do I select that? How do I select that and how do I go there, right? That is possible using go to special. Now just click on this. You get to see this go to special window, or let me just add on to the quick access toolbar. You get to see this go to special window. Now, as I click on this, right, select nodes from within the data. You need to select the data first. Okay, you need to select the data first from within the data. If you wanted to select the entire sheet, just leave it here. Click on go to special and click on notes. It will just find out all the notes within the entire sheet. Okay, entire sheet. Or you wanted to find only one particular location, select the range first. Click on go to special and click on notes here and click on OK. You get to select the cells with the notes here. Okay, select the notes here. Now you can just highlight, with some text, knowing which cells are containing notes. Do you see that? Automatically, it actually selected the cells which contains the notes here. Now, what is this constant? Now, let me just select the cells here. And click on go to special and let me just click on constant. And within the constant, if you see, if I selected notes, this number, text, logical errors, this did not get highlighted, if you have observed. Okay. Now, but when I clicked on constant here, this particular options, numbers, text, logical and errors got activated. Now, within the constant, I just wanted to select the numbers. Do you see any numbers within the selected text here? No, right? Now, if I click on OK, you get to see this particular, window, right? A message box or warning box saying that note cells were found. Okay, let me go back here. Right? Now this particular cells, okay, particular cells has data. Now I don't know which cells contains formula, which cells contains values, which contains logical errors. We'll try to find out. Okay, let me just click on go to special here. Now let me just click on constants here. Let me just select the cells which has numbers, only numbers. Okay, I don't want text, I don't want logical, I don't want error. Now let me just click on here. Okay, this cell is also a formula. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Now just let me just select this, or let me just select the entire thing here. Let me click on go to special. Let me click on constants. Let me uncheck text, logical and errors, constant values. Let me click on this. Do you see that? The cells which are containing only numbers, okay, the cells which are containing only numbers are actually selected. So within the cell, assume you have a column, okay, you have a column which is actually expected to be only a column which should only accept text or which should only contain text, which should only contain text, but you have some numbers within that particular column. You have some numbers within that particular column, and you wanted to select all the columns, all the cells which contains number. So you can highlight it with some color, okay, or you can directly delete that particular cell. Okay, directly delete that particular cell, or you can put any number formatting. If you wanted to bold, if you want to change it to italic, you can put any format there. Okay, any format then. Let me highlight that particular cells which contains only numbers here. Okay, numbers here. Got it? Or how this is actually helpful. Now assume this is your text column. Okay, this is your text column, and you have a series here. You have a series here. Assume you have a series here. Now assume I just autofill the series, but in between, okay, you have some text here. You have some text here in between. Now I wanted to select all these cells. Okay, I wanted to select. Now if I filter, if I simple filter, you get to see the numbers here, right? What do? You just select this number, filter it here, and you change it to a proper text. You change it to a proper text. Now I want this particular cells to be highlighted. Now I want this particular cells to be highlighted. Only the cells containing number. Only the cells containing number. You can also filter it. Okay. You can also select that particular numbers. Okay. And just select this particular cells and highlight it. You can also do it like this. But assume you have some 100 numbers displayed there like that. How do you do that? How do you do that? So filtering becomes very hard to select 100 numbers here, right? It becomes very hard for you to select the 100 numbers. So the only option is select the number here. Okay, select the entire text here. Got it? Using formulas also it is possible, but without using formulas, click on go to special, click on constants. Okay, click on constants, uncheck everything, select only numbers and click it here. The cells which contains the numbers will automatically selected. All you have to do is just click on some a fill color. It will automatically fill, and you can also filter based on the color also. You can also filter based on the color also. After coloring, if you want to filter all the cells, you can just filter based on the color. After applying color, click on filter colors. You get to see this particular colors. Got it? Interesting?
Yeah.
Right? Now within the data, superb. Now within the data, okay, within the data, now if you wanted to find only text, right? You wanted to find only text. Now this is your data. And the interesting part here is, okay, let me show you something. So these are all numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. By visual, it looks number, correct? Now let me do something here. Let me just select all these numbers here. Let me click on go to special. Let me click on constants, and let me click on only numbers. Okay, let me click on text. So these are numbers. These are not text, right? Now as I select text and click on OK. Okay, this is not recognizing as text. Interesting. This should actually. Do you see that? Now this looks as number, but you don't know what is inside this particular number, correct? It might be converted to text. It might be converted to text. Now when you select the numbers and click on go to special and click on constants, or within the constant, if you wanted to see only numbers, okay, click on OK. Do you see that? Only 1, 4, 5 and got selected because these are the numbers. These are the numbers, right? These are numbers. These are text. Okay, you can differentiate within the data. Within a set of data, if you wanted to quickly highlight all the cells which are numbers, which are text, right? And I select the numbers here. I go to special here. Right now, I click on constant. I just wanted to select the numbers which are in the text format. Okay, these are the numbers which are in the text format. I highlight with red, like that. You can quickly differentiate. You can quickly differentiate your numbers. Okay, quickly differentiate your numbers. Got it? Now within this particular text, okay, within this particular text again. Now if I go back here, okay, now I think you have understood, right? If I wanted logical values, only the logical values here, right? If I just click on select, okay, this is coming out of formula. 1 second. All right. Yeah. F5, right? Errors. If you want errors also, right? This is some text here. Okay. This is a number. This is a simple text. These are logical values. This is an error. Now within this, if you wanted to select, okay, go to some particular, I wanted to only select the text. I click on this. Only text is selected here. Now I want to select only logical values. What are the logical values? What are the logical values? Guys, are you there? Hello? Knock, knock.
Yes. Yes, sir.
What are the logical values here? Boolean values? What are the Boolean values within the Excel? We have learned in the data type section.
0 and 1.
0 and 1. Okay.
0 by 0.
Then what are true or false?
True or false is true. Yes, sir.
Are these Boolean values or not?
Yes, yes, sir.
So you forgot, guys. Don't forget. These are the basics, man. These are the basics. Okay. Now, if I wanted to select only the Boolean values within the data, okay, I select logicals. Logical values or Boolean values. I say select logical, it will only select true and false. It will only select true and false. If I just highlight, it will only select true and false. Within the data, if you wanted to highlight only errors, okay, only errors, the constants, only the errors, it will just select only the errors. It will just select the cells which contains the errors. Like that, these are the constant values and these are the formulas. Okay, these are the formulas. These are coming from this particular cells. Okay, these are coming from this particular cell. Fine. And within the formulas, if you wanted to highlight, okay, within the same options here, the formulas which are returning numbers, which are returning text, which are returning logical, which are returning errors, right? If I wanted to highlight, select the cells which are from the formula which are returning errors, just click on this. This is the error which is actually returning. If you wanted to highlight, you can highlight it like this. Okay, that is formula. That is formulas here, right? Nodes, constants, and formulas. Now, okay. Now let us try to understand here. Okay. Now let's try to understand here, right? Cells containing constants and formulas. Now assume, okay, now assume I have just calculated 10% on the sales. So this is the bonus I'm giving it to the employees. This is the bonus I'm giving to the employees, right? Now I see a problem here with the data. I see a problem here with the data. If you see this here, okay, if you see this here, what is the 10% of 30,000? What is the 10% of 30,000?
3,000.
3,000.
Why it is 6,000 here? And do you see that 35,000, 10,000?
10% bonus.
Right? Do you see that this fellow is so sharp? He just changed his bonus to 25,000. Okay. There is some manipulation in the data. Okay. There is some manipulation in the data. So there are some constant value. If you see, there is a constant value. It is actually formula, but there is a constant value within the data. Those who have modified this, these are the constants. And I quickly wanted to find the cells which are converted to constant. Okay, instead of formula, I just wanted to find the constants which are in numbers. Okay, which are in numbers. Now, can I go to special? Okay, can I go to special and click on constant and just can I click on numbers here? Do you see that? Do you see that? I pity this employee 17. Okay, I pity this employee 17 guy. Okay, out of 10%, he is just given 450 rupees of bonus. Okay, you can catch the data. You can catch this kind of data using go to special. Got it? Or what you can do, you can just run the formula again. You can just run the formula again. Automatically, it will actually give you the result. But quickly, if you wanted to find the culprits, who have changed this, or all Jati Ratnalu, okay, within the data, you can just find it like this. Got it?
Yes, but instead of changing, putting it as a constant, if the formula is changed, can we identify? Like
Yeah, exactly. You wanted to select all the cells with the formula. All you have to do is select the data, go to special, click on formulas and click on OK. All the cells with the formula will be highlighted here. All right.
Now, my question is, now the standard is 10% would be the bonus, 10%
Correct.
of sales. So
Correct.
we have applied the formula 10% for all the employees.
Correct.
Suppose an employee, anybody who is manipulating the data, changes
Mm.
the formula for few employees rather than putting it as a constant number.
Mm.
Then can we identify it? Like
Okay, you
suppose.
Oh, okay, good. You can display the formula first. Okay, you can display using the formula text. You can display the formula and click here. Okay, NA, you get to see, there is no formula in this particular set, and you can see it. It is 10%. Okay, it is 10%. Or you can select this cells. Okay, and do you see something here? Control F. Okay, find 10%. Find 10% within the formula. Right now, assume in this particular thing, I change it to 20%. Okay, some cells I change it to 30%. Okay, select all these cells. Okay, Control F. Right, I want only cells containing 10% as my formula within the formula sheet. Okay, by column, I go by column. Find all. It will give me all my cells which are containing 10%. Do you see that? Now, if I change it to another color, blue, right? So these are the yellow color cells which are not having 10%. Do you see that? It contains 20%. It contains 30%. Interesting.
Got it. Yes.
This is how you can find it. Okay. Right. You have many ways. All you have to do is, implement that, by which ways it is possible, immediately it should strike you. Okay. If you practice only, you will get to see that. You will get to, you'll get to that particular level. Got it?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And within the sheet, okay, assume in the same scenario within the sheet, if you wanted to see wherever the 10% is calculated, within the sheet, assume you have a lot of formulas. You wanted to see where the 10% is actually calculated, in which formula they have used 10%. You can also find it. You can also find it like this, 10%, wherever, in which cells, which area it is used 10%, you can also find it. You can find anything like that. It gives importance whenever you find a particular data. Got it? Now that is how you find it. Okay, formula text, you can display it. Okay, if you want more clarity on that, you can just highlight that particular cell, find that particular cell which contain 10%, and you can do it. Okay, all right. Yeah, that is how you do it. Now this is interesting. Assume I wanted to fill this particular data. Now what are all the options for filling this particular data? Now, this is my city, this is my sales. I just wanted to fill this particular data, Hyderabad to this particular cell, Chennai to this blank cell, Delhi to this blank cell. So what are the ways of filling this particular data here? What are the ways of filling the data here? Yes, go. Tell me.
By selecting the Hyderabad cell and dropping, by using fill handle, we can drag.
Okay, like this? You meant
Yeah.
like this? Okay. Using fill handle, fill down. Okay. Using fill down, you can do this. What else? What else? Next. What is the easiest way? Apart from fill down, fill handle, what is the first? Perfect. Control C, Control V, copy paste.
Yes. Yeah. Copy.
Correct? Copy paste.
Yes.
I always like this, basic options. Okay. Yeah. Next. What else we can do in how many?
Control
Yeah.
D.
Yeah, Control D is Control D is nothing but fill down. The shortcut for fill down actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Select this, Control D, done. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Yes. Can I do it with formulas by any chance? If I select this reference like this, can I do it?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
No. If I go with absolute reference, if I change this reference to absolute reference and just fill it down, will it actually work? Yes, no.
Yes. But why will we want to use a formula when we can fill down and copy paste?
Now assume, yeah, of course, I am looking for the best option. Give me the best option. How to fill quickly. Now assume your data is only in how many cells here, how many rows here? It is just in 31 rows. Assume you have some 10,000 rows where you have some 100 cities to fill in the data for that particular city, sales for that particular cities for 100 cities. And your data is in like this, in this particular format. How do you do that? How do you fill in? How do you fill in? How do you quickly fill in at one shot, at 1 second? Copy paste. If I say for 10,000 rows, if you have the same data here, right? For the same data like this here, copy paste. How much time does it take for you to copy paste all this data?
Lot of time, and maybe sometimes it might get overwritten also the next cell.
Correct. Overwritten, and there might be a human error also. Correct. There might be a human error. You know, instead if I just copy here and I paste it here, right? Where is my Bangalore city here?
Yes.
Right. There is a chance of human error, right? There is a chance of human error. You can use it for fill handle. You can go to, right? This is the option. Okay, let's do that. Let us manually type the name, or you can also manually type the name here, right? Delhi, right? Manually type the name here, but you have some option here. Now, earlier, if you remember, I said there is a difference between control enter and control enter. Do you remember this, guys? Do you remember this? What is the difference between enter and control enter? If I am entering some value here, what does enter do? What does control enter do? Yes? Yes, guys?
Just to the next cell.
It moves to the next cell when I click on enter. What does control enter do here? It stays in the same cell, correct? It enters the value and it stays in the same cell. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Manasa, Preeti. Preeti, are you there? Yamini?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm there. I'm thinking.
So are you cooking? Are you doing
Nothing.
multitasking? No? Okay. Please concentrate. Okay, please concentrate here. Okay, control enter, it gives in the same cell. So within one cell, this is the behavior. But if I select multiple cells, okay, if I select a range here, if I enter something, some random text, and I click on enter, it does the same thing. It goes to the next cell, correct? It goes to the next cell. It does not anything. It just enter that value and it moves to the next cell. But see this, okay? This is enter behavior, okay? This is enter behavior. This is enter, control enter. For single cell, we have seen the behavior, correct? This is only enter behavior, but see the control enter behavior. Okay, now I select my cells here. I enter some text here. Instead of clicking on enter, I click on control enter. I click on control enter. See this here. See this here. What happened?
Oh, good.
The same data got replicated.
The same data got entered in all the selected range. Interesting.
Super.
Interesting. So can I apply the same formula here? Can I apply the same rule here? Okay. Instead of writing Chennai here, okay, I just copy this Control D. I edit this. I just click enter itself, edit this, click on F2 and press Control Enter. Or I just select all the cells. I type Chennai. Okay. I press Control Enter. Interesting. Interesting. Yes or no?
Yes. But again, how will it fall to large
Yes.
data?
Exactly. So that's the question here. Okay, that's the question here. So the combination of go to special, okay, the combination of go to special, blanks, and control enter will give you the answer here. Will give you the answer here. So what happens here is, in this particular case, okay, in this particular case, what happens now? If I select all the blank cells at once, okay, if I select all the blank cells at once, okay, this is how I do manually. This I'm doing it manually. I selected all the blank cells at once. Okay. Now using the formula here, if I just refer the above cell, okay, let me make my active cell the Hyderabad here. I've selected all my blank cells here. If I wanted to move around my blank cells here, I press tab. I can move around my all the selected cells here. Correct? And this is my active cell. If I click on equal to, and if I refer this particular cell, Okay, and I click on enter. Okay, I click on enter. Only one cell is actually entered here. Okay, this particular reference is copied to this here. Now I undo this. Now instead of clicking on enter, can I click control enter? Okay, don't worry, it will be little confusing at first instance. Okay, now I click on control enter. Now here it is copying V8. Now what is the cell formula here in this particular cell? In this particular cell, now it is copying V8. Here it will be copying to
V9,
V9. Here,
V10.
correct? So if I come back here, right, this cell will be, this formula will be copying to this cell. Okay, let's see that. Now if I press, instead of enter, I press control enter. Do you see the magic?
Yes, sir.
Now this blank cell is actually copying here, right? This blank cell is copying on the top, and this is obviously copying there. Now the question is, I manually selected my blank cells here, correct? I manually selected my blank cells here. Now, how do I select all the blank cells within my data at one shot? There comes the go to special. Now I select all the data, right? Click on go to special. Do you see something called blanks? Now we have seen how to select nodes, how to select constant, how to select formulas which contains all this data types. Now if I select the blanks here, boom, at one shot blanks here, I write my formula here, control enter. How much time did it take? Hardly 3-4 seconds.
Yes.
Now assume you have some data which is spread across 10,000 rows. Now I just copy the same data here. Let me just copy the same data here. Control C, Control N. I paste it here. Now I paste it here. Again, Control A. I paste it here. Control A. I paste it here. Control A. Now you have some up to, assume you have, okay, you have data up to 1240 records. Okay. Oh, yeah. See that you have around 15,000 rows of column data. Now, if you had to fill this, if I had to manually select the blank column, how much time does it take? It takes hell lot of time, correct?
Yes.
All I have to do is come to the last cell. Okay. Press Control Shift up arrow. F. Okay. Or you can select here. Control Shift Home. Okay. Control Shift Home. F5. Go to Special. Click on blanks. Click on OK. Okay. It selects all the blank cells, equal to up arrow, control enter. Boom, that's it. All your cells would be copied with your data. After doing this, all you have to do is copy and convert it to values, space special values. Okay. And did I show you? Yeah, I think this is the famous thing. I think you already know this, assuming I know this. Now 1, 2, you have written a formula here. Now instead of formula, I don't want the formulas to be displayed here. I wanted to convert this as values. What do you do? Copy, right? Right click, space special and values. Correct? Right? You know this, right? I think everybody knows this, how to convert a formula into values. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Right? I was assuming that, you know, I should not have assumed, but yeah. This is a famous shortcut you use, Alt ESV. Okay, after copy, I use this shortcut, Alt ESV. What it does, it converts the formula into values. Now I have a formula here. Okay, I wanted to convert this formula into values. Alt is V. Okay, V. As I click on this, it comes and convert the formula, the cell containing formula into values. Got it? Likewise, I had values, formulas here. I wanted to convert that into values. All I need to do is just select the entire column, right? Click on paste special, click on values here. That's it. It will convert to values. Got it? And there you have the text ready. Okay, this is the state and this is the sales. Got it? That is how you do it. That is how you do it. Is it easy or not?
Yes.
right? You try it on your own, right? Try it on your own. And after you apply some formulas here, now I selected some blanks here. Now this was my data earlier, right? I have shown it to my previous class. Now I wanted to delete this, what I have shown it to my previous students. I wanted to delete this particular, scenario, what I have shown it to my previous students. Now, can I select my entire cells here? Okay. Click on F5, special. Can I select only formulas within this particular cells and click on OK? Right. And shall I click on delete?
Yes.
Now my original data source is back. Is my original data source is back or not? Right. You can also do it likewise.
But then if we convert them into values, then we won't be able to.
Convert them into values? Yes. That's a problem again. Okay. So I always put it like this only. So earlier, if you have seen me, I just deleted it earlier, right? If you convert it to values, yes, it will be difficult. Okay. And you need to write some formula to remove all the duplicates and all. Okay. You can also do it, but
can we revert it into formulas again once we convert it to values?
Once we convert it, okay, yeah, undo it, just undo it. No,
after we save the sheet.
After we
save the sheet.
Yeah, after saving sheet also you can undo. Now I just saved my sheet. Okay, I am selecting the entire thing. I'm converting into values. I've just converted into values. I save my sheet. If I undo also, I get my formula back. But if you're closing it and opening it, you will not get it. Actions will go. Right? See this here. What actions have been copied here? Right? Just check it here once. If that action is still there here, okay, you can get that back. Okay? Got it?
I have one question. What is the purpose of converting it into value? Like, is it very necessary to convert it into value?
Now assume the other day if somebody comes and changes particular cells to Hyderabad to Singapore. Okay. Your entire data gets changed here. Yes or no?
Okay, yes.
Right? So formulas, if you want it to be dynamic, you can make it dynamic. If you don't want it to be dynamic or you want it to make it static, just convert that formulas into text. Got it?
Okay, yes.
All right. Yeah. Welcome. Right now, okay. Now within my data, I have some blanks. I think many of them have actually faced the scenario, right? I have blanks within my data here. I have some blanks name within my data here, blank rows within my data. Assume, let me just copy this here, or else it will be more clarity. Okay. Yeah, you have your employee names here. Assume that you have let me just highlight this with color, some random color. Now I filtered my data. And I have deleted all the unwanted names. Assume I have deleted all the unwanted names. I have highlighted all my unwanted names with the blue color, right? I just deleted all my colors. Now my challenge is I just wanted to delete the row as well. How do I do that? Or I wanted to move my data like this on top. How do I do that?
Filter, select blanks and delete it.
Filter.
Filter, select
Okay.
blanks.
Okay, where is the select blank here now?
Why is it not showing?
Because whenever you apply filter on the data which does not have a continual data, it has a blank row, it will only filter up to this particular set. Ram Sajja will be your last option here, right? Ram Sajja. Do you see that? Until only 5 names. You get to see only the 5 names here, right? Or else if you wanted to filter like this, you just need to select the entire column, or you need to select manually first. You need to select the entire data, then click on, right? Then apply filter. You get to see all the names here now.
Now we will select.
Correct. Now you select blanks here.
Then delete it.
Then right click on this option. Okay. And you need to select all the option rows here. Right click on it, delete row. Correct. You don't have to do all this, unnecessary things here. Let me show you the easiest way. So earlier we have seen this blanks option, right? Earlier we have seen this blank option. Come to the last cell, okay? Click on Control Shift Home. Okay, Control Shift Home, you get to select the entire data. Click on Go to Special, click on Blanks. Okay, click on Blanks and click on OK. You get to see all the blank rows here, right? You get to see all the blanks over here. Now, instead of deleting the entire row, right click on this and click on Delete. Instead of left, click on Shift Cells Up. Okay, all you can do is and click on OK. That's it. Your data is back. Got it?
Yes.
Understood?
Yes.
So this is how you do it. Instead of deleting the entire rows, assume that you have some data here. You have some data here. You have some blank rows here. Okay? You have some blank rows here, right? You select the entire cells here, right? Filter data here, and you select the blank cells here. Now you delete the rows here, right? Delete the rows. This data is also gone, right? So you need to be careful whenever you're deleting the rows. Got it? You have to be careful whenever you're deleting the rows. So now in the same case, I have my employee names, blank employee name. Click on F5, special, click on blanks, click on OK. You have selected blanks, and to get the delete window, Control minus is the shortcut. As I click on Control minus, you get to see this delete window. Now all I have to do is shift cells up. That's it. Got it? The other rows, other data which is not affected, only the data what you have selected are affected. Easy?
Yes.
Interesting?
Yes.
Using Go to Special, you can achieve this. And what else you have? That we have seen band. What is this current region? What is this current region? Now, okay, I have my data like this. I wanted to select this entire region from here to here. How do I select it? Now I am in this particular cell here. In this particular cell here, I wanted to select the entire region. I wanted to convert this entire text to bold. Right? Control A.
Control A, Control B.
Control A is the shortcut to select the entire region. Okay. Or you also have another shortcut. Okay. Current region. Control A, right? Current array is this thing. Current region. Let's see that. Control Shift Star. Okay. Control Shift Star is also used to select that. Control Shift 8, if you press it, it selects the entire region. Or if you press Control A, it selects the entire region. Or if you go to Special and select, you are in this particular cell, click on this current region. Okay, click on OK. It selects the entire region. Got it? Interesting. Now assume you have some blank cells here. Okay, so this is the reason if I'm not converting that into values. Right, you have some blank cells here. Chennai, I blank. I am in this particular cell. Now, if I click on Go to Special and click on current region here, until which row it will actually select? Which row it will actually select the region if I'm trying to press Control A, or if I'm trying to select the current region here? Anyone? Will it actually go and select until first row, or it will only stop at 10th row?
We'll stop at Chennai. The blank, there will be a
In the
bifurcation.
blank place, it will copy.
Correct. So the blank will stop the selection. Correct. The blank will stop the selecting the region. As I click on OK, it stops here because you have some blanks within this particular region. Got it? So if you wanted to select the entire region, you should not have blanks within your data, blank rows within your data. Okay, be aware of that. All right, so that is current region. And current array, we'll discuss that whenever we discuss the data table. Now it is not that of importance for now at this particular point. We'll deal with this later. Okay, we'll deal with this later. And what are current objects? What are current objects? Right? What are current objects? Now, what are objects basically within the Excel? What are the objects within the Excel? Oh my God, did I open these many workbooks now? What are objects? So what is a layer on every sheet? I said there is a layer on every sheet, right? What is the name of that particular layer? Yes. Forgot? If I insert an object shape, where
Draw.
is this draw layer? So, guys, others, did you forget this? So there is a layer called draw layer, correct? There's a layer called draw layer, right? So this is an object. So whenever we insert some picture, okay, whenever we insert some picture, okay, do I have any picture here? All right. Oh, this is one of my picture from my Goa tour the other last week. Okay, let me just delete this. Oh, I clicked on this. Okay. So, yeah. Right. I just click on this particular picture, right? This is an object. Basically, this is an object. If I insert some picture or if I do something, okay, and I click on this, I add some icon. Okay. So these icons are really helpful for creating dashboard. Okay, for creating dashboard. And I click on cutout people. Okay. Okay. Right. You get to see this, some objects here. Interesting objects. All right. Okay. It's not so good. Yeah. Cutout people. If I'm not answering your doubts, will you be in this position? Or when I asked you, when I told you that, you know, we'll have a class on Saturday, did you put this position by any means? Did yes? Were you in this position? अरे क्या कर रहा है यार Uma is disturbing my Saturday and Sunday, right? or your children were like this, showing you, Mummy, Dad, what is this? On Saturday you are listening to class, right? So these are objects. Now assume the other day I've given you this example, right? Did I give you this example about text box? Did I tell you something about text box by any chance?
Yes, you told.
I gave you an example, right? Object
Yes,
example,
yes.
correct? If you remember. So in that particular workbook, there were around some 10,000 objects, invisible objects. So there is a text box here that is invisible here. That is invisible here. You cannot see the text box. Now I just wanted to highlight, I just wanted to select all the objects within my sheet on the draw layer. How do I do that? How do I do that? I have within the find and select, I have this selection pane. Okay, I have this selection pane which actually displays all my objects. But if I just drag it here or press Control A, I cannot select all my objects at once. I cannot select all the objects at once. So how do I select all my objects? I can show all, I can hide all, but I cannot select and delete it. I cannot select and delete it. If I had to delete one by one, okay, I have to select one by one and delete it. Okay, I have to select one by one and I had to delete it. I had to delete it. But if I wanted to select all the objects at once, click on go to special. Do you see something called objects here? Click on this. Click on OK. All the objects are selected here. Do you see that? There is a selection of all the objects. And quickly, if I wanted to delete that here, click on delete. That's it. Okay, quickly you wanted to select some objects and do something. You can also insert some 3D models also. You know, that is also part of objects. Okay. Let me insert some 3D model, right? You can also, you can also show your kids, you know, about this 3D models, you know, what is a dinosaur and how it looks, how a bat looks, how a dog looks. If, you know, if you wanted to show, you know, obviously dogs are very famous. You can show that, but let me introduce another 3D model dinosaur. I think I have it existing, right? You see how beautiful this dog is? Is there anybody in the class? Is any dog lovers? Are any dog lovers in the class?
I am.
Oh, nice breathing. Yeah, right. You
Childhood.
can show
In my childhood.
right. So you can show, You can show it in your kids, right? This 3D models, you know, how the dog looks and all, right? These are the 3D models. You can just show the view like this, right? So if I wanted to delete all these models, right? Control A does not work here. Control A does not work here because this is on top of the sheet, you know, on the draw layer. If I wanted to select all the objects, right? And this select objects, do you see that this mouse select objects, including ink, shapes, and text data? This is especially useful when working with objects that are behind text. Now, if I select this, it changes to mouse. You can just drag it here like this to select it here. Okay, the normal selection does not work. Usually your mouse will be in this plus mode. If you have observed, or when you're working on the sheet, it will be in this plus mode, right? If you wanted to change it to arrow mode, right? Select object. It changes to arrow mode, and you get to see it here. You can select it here manually also, right? Manually, again, it takes a lot of time for you to select the objects like this. If you want to select all the objects, right? Click on, go to special, select the objects, click on OK. You get to see this, all the objects within the sheet. Got it? And delete it here. Likewise, in my previous sheet, I had a lot of objects here. Let me show the dinosaur object for you. Right? Yeah. Right. If you wanted to show your kids, you can show this dinosaur object. I think this. But where are you, my dear dinosaur? Yeah, you're here. All right. Okay. Beautiful. Nice. Yeah. So if you wanted to select the object and delete it, right, just select it and delete it like that. Got it?
Yes.
So these are the objects. Now I have a lot of objects here. I just wanted to delete those. Okay, I just wanted to delete those. F5, click on this, select all the objects, delete it. Boom. You know, my logo also gets deleted here. There was a logo here. It also gets deleted. So you need to be a little careful whenever you're deleting something from objects here. Okay, that is how you delete your objects, right? Rename shape name. You can also rename the shape name here, right? Let me just undo that here. Now there is a shape name here, right? There's a shape name here, and you wanted to rename this shape name. Just click on, okay. Select the objects here, selection pane. You get to see the selection pane. This is picture 11. Okay, if you wanted to rename, okay, this is me after announcing class on Sunday. After announcing class on Saturday. Okay. Okay, you can just rename your object like this. Okay, like that. Right, like that. So this is star performance 3D model, right? You can just rotate like this. Star badge. Right? This is draw. You know this draw, right? There's a draw tab here. If you wanted to draw on particular sheet, you can draw it like this. Okay. You wanted to erase, you can erase it here. You wanted to just draw it like this, you can draw. Okay. This is okay. Zoom level. All right. So guys, that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll cover in this section. We'll cover the next column. Okay. We'll cover row differences, column differences, precedence, and all. Right. I don't want to take more time off your Saturdays. And thank you so much for joining on Saturday. Extremely sorry. I am a little getting busy in the offices, but I'll make sure to make out log out before the time. Before the time. Okay.
No issues. Thanks to you too.
Thank you so much for your time on Saturday. I appreciate your time and attending the class today. Fine. Just try out. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'll share the video.
Thank you.
Just go through this. These basics are very important for you to manage your data, for you to quickly select something, for you to quickly, paste something, find something, replace something. These are all the tricks basically, to manage your data.
Yes.
These are very, very helpful. These are very, very helpful. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy half Saturday and happy Sunday tomorrow.
Sir,
Yeah. Thank you, Mother.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah. Please, Yamini, go ahead.
Last two classes was not open, sir, because of some
స్టోరేజ్
మీరు ఎక్కడ చెక్ చేస్తారో మీ డేటా?
సిస్టమ్ లో సార్.
Okay, let me 1 second. Hold on. Let me open that sheet. Yeah, I was able to address that when you joined. I somehow forgot. Let me open my drive. Okay. So you're not able to see my screen, guys, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. ఇక్కడ షేర్ విత్ మీ అని ఉందా? మీరు గూగుల్లో లాగిన్ అయిన తర్వాత, జీమెయిల్లో లాగిన్ అయిన తర్వాత జస్ట్ ఓపెన్ దిస్ డ్రైవ్. ఓకే, ఓపెన్ దిస్ డ్రైవ్.
Yes.
After opening this drive, you get to see this shared with me. Okay, you get to see this shared with me. Within the shared with me, you get to see this folder. Okay, DS Advanced Excel 107. And me ikkada meeku space ki sambandham ledu. Okay, I think your name is all.
Shared with me చూపియడం లేదు సార్.
ఏంటి యామిని?
నాకు ఇక్కడ shared with me చూపియడం లేదు సార్.
Okay, do one thing. Just open your yeah, నేను మీకు పర్మిషన్ ఇచ్చాను. Can you share me your screen? Okay, meanwhile, yeah. Oh, are you on mobile? Okay, I'll do one thing. Then me email ID ఇప్పుడు యాడ్ చేసేస్తున్నాను దానికి. Okay, you should be able to see that. Okay, you should be able to see that. Yamini Venkatesh 777@gmail.com kada?
Yes, sir. Sir, no, sir. సార్ ఇది ఎస్టర్డే క్రియేట్ చేసిన మెయిల్ సార్. ఇంతవరకు మీరు పంపించింది వచ్చి యామిని వెంకి 777@gmail.com సార్. సో అది స్పేస్ ఫుల్ అవడంతో ఎస్టర్డే నేను న్యూ మెయిల్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను.
Okay, no problem. Yamini Venki, YAMINIVENKY
777@gmail.com.
Okay, you should be seeing that now. Okay, మీ email ID అసలు యాడ్ లేదు యాక్చువల్ గా, అందుకే మీకు కనబడట్లేదు.
You are out of storage space and will be unable to send or receive mail. But మీ దగ్గర నుంచి ఇప్పుడు మెయిల్ వచ్చింది సార్.
ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం. మీరు షేర్డ్ విత్ మీ చూడండి, మీకు కనబడుతుంది ఖచ్చితంగా. యా, అది ఎందుకంటే మా స్పేస్ లో ఉంటది అది. సో మీకు ఓన్లీ అది
వీడియో స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి సార్. బ్యాక్ క్యామ్ లో సిస్టమ్ షో చేయాలి.
అర్థం కాలేదు యామిని.
సార్ నేను వీడియో ఆన్ చేసి మీకు సిస్టమ్ డిస్ప్లే చేయాలి సార్.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు జూమ్ లో లాగిన్ అయ్యారా? వీడియో ఎట్లా? ఓకే, చూపించండి. నో ప్రాబ్లం. షేర్ మీ స్క్రీన్.
ఇప్పుడు వచ్చింది సార్.
షేర్డ్ విత్ మీ కొట్టండి. యా, వచ్చింది కదా, అవన్నీ అవే. యా, దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ది.
ఇప్పుడు వచ్చింది సార్. ఇప్పుడు మీరు మెయిల్ చేశారు.
ఓకే, యాక్చువల్ గా మీ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి యాడెడ్ లేదు అందులో. యా,
ఓకే సార్.
దట్స్ ద రీజన్. నేను యాడ్ చేశాను ఇప్పుడు. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్. ఇది వద్దు సార్. యామిని వెంకటేష్ 777@new
నో ప్రాబ్లం. ఐల్ యాడ్ దట్ యాస్ వెల్. ఓకే, యా.
సో ఇవాళ క్లాస్ కూడా దీంట్లోనే వచ్చేస్తుంది సార్.
ఇవాళ క్లాస్ కూడా దాంట్లోనే వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Alright, you're welcome. No problem. Yamini Venkatesh 777@gmail.com. Yeah, add it. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Yeah, bye-bye. Right. మీ పాత తీసేసాను. యామిని వెంకి 777, యామిని వెంకటేష్ 777 నుంచి.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, Manasa. Right, Sharwani. Any doubts? All good?
Yes, all good. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, have a great day. Rest of your day.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye. Happy Sunday.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 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 Bye.